Joining us is Jared Holtz. He is healthcare sector strategist. Mizuho. Jared, and there's a tariff angle on pharma. I'm going to get to that in a second. What do you and your team need to hear, want to hear from UnitedHealth tomorrow about a company that a lot of people have a lot of very strong opinions over right now?
Yeah, Brian, this is a big one tomorrow. I think, the street is just trying to come to terms with how the next kind of 6, 12, 18 months are going to play out. Not so sure that 2025 is necessarily even the focus anymore. I think for tomorrow, we're likely to get a reintroduction of guidance from this company, new CEO coming on board. A lot of firms have written about it. We have extensively in research and otherwise as well. Maybe an $18 to $20 earnings range is good enough for the balance of this year or fiscal 25. But it's really about what the commentary is around next year and over the medium term, just given all the damage that's been done here.
$18 to $20 in earnings, that's a pretty big spread, Jared.
It's really big, and it's also well below. I mean, I think coming into this year, the expectations were closer to the high 20s for United. And so we're all trying to just figure out what the trough earnings number is going to be. Is it indeed going to be this year? And then there's going to be a lot of price discovery associated with it. What's the multiple that investors are going to put on that number? What are they going to put on 26, 27, so on and so forth? So that's really the game that we're kind of playing now.
All right, let's talk about pharmaceuticals outside of managed care, health insurers, et cetera, because there is a tariff angle to big pharma. In fact, we have a soundbite. President Trump actually commenting about tariffs and pharma today, I believe it was. Listen in.
Well, we'll be announcing on pharmaceuticals sometime in the very near future. We have a very big plan on pharmaceuticals. We want to bring a lot of the pharmaceuticals back to America where they should be.
So, Jared, do you have an idea of what that might mean? What are we thinking might happen from Washington with big pharma?
Yeah, I think the street is sort of bracing for, anywhere between a 15, 20, 25% tariff rate across the board for large cap pharma. This has sort of been the range that's been discussed over the past month or two. We've heard a sector-wide tariff is coming now for probably 6 to 8 weeks, maybe a little bit more, and nothing has really surfaced in any concrete way. So I think, as far as the stocks go, maybe we're in a position where they actually rally a little bit once we get clarity.
Yeah, and you think we'll get clarity?
I mean, I have no idea.
That's kind of the question. What's going to happen?
Agree. I mean, with this administration, I'm not sure there's ever going to be clarity, but let's just assume that there's a rate that's placed on the pharmaceutical sector at large here, in terms of getting drugs back to the U.S. and what those rates are going to be. At least we can put pen to paper and come up with some sort of assumptions for what the group is going to be, dealing with. But then on the flip side, you have most favored nations. There's losses of exclusivity, which have been very well documented. So I think it's just one variable of many.